What's up, Buttercup? It's Alexandria with the Girl Solution, and today we're talking about giving positive meaning to everything in your life. So, something that I heard that really helped bring this home for me because for a while I kind of allowed my emotions to run wild. Someone said, it may not be your fault, but it is always your responsibility. So, to explain, your reactions and your emotions are your responsibility. So, if I believe it was Pastor Stephen Furyk who said, you are not a goldfish. Someone cannot scoop you up and put you in the bad mood bowl. They can give you information that suggests to you or hints to you that you should be mad. They could give you information that gets you to the point where you are angry because it presents something that you're passionate about. It is something that you're fearful of. Whatever the insecurity or vulnerability is there, it may get you to the point where you are angry and you have those bad emotions or disempowering emotions. But after you get there, how do you react? In which way do you see the information? How do you move towards? What do you do for yourself? That's a choice that you make, because if you're an adult or pretty much anything past a toddler, you have the choice over your emotions. You should be controlling them. That's why you're held responsible for your reactions regardless of what you do. One particular situation that I can think of is recently I was actually in a car accident. The other young lady failed to yield and swiped my car. That is not my fault. However, it is my responsibility to get my car fixed. So I have to call her insurance company. In this case, I had to hound her insurance company because she was purposefully not talking to them. I had to make sure that when I finally did get the check, that I went to a body shop and got my car fixed. All of those things, end of the day, either my car is not going to be fixed or it's going to be fixed, and she is not going to do it for me. The insurance company is not going to do it for me. And that means it is my responsibility. Same thing is true for when someone gets you extremely upset or someone does wrongs you in some way. Yes, it is not your fault. And take that to heart. It is not your fault. Do not internalize what someone else does to you. That is their own projections, their own problem. But it is your responsibility to handle how you react to it. And it is your responsibility for how you move forward in your emotions that come up. So when I say to give everything a positive meaning, although it might not be the funnest experience, it is always important to give a positive meaning because then you get empowered from the situation. Three ways that I look at this is, can you learn something from it? Was there a lesson? Maybe you learned how to quickly move through an insurance policy. Maybe you learned all of the um, jargon so so it happens faster. Me- Um, I'm I'm going blah in my brain right now for other ways that you can learn a lesson from something. But there's always a lesson to be learned so that you can use it in the future, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, so that's one way to give it a positive meaning. Or you can just look for the silver lining. If you were in a car accident, the fact that you were able to walk away from it, if you weren't able to walk away from the fact that you lived, there's always something to find that is a silver lining. There was a guy that was in a car accident, lost both of his legs, and originally, obviously, anyone in that situation would be super pissed off, super mad, like angry at God or whoever you believe in. Like, why would you let this happen to me? And then as he sat there, he started to realize, obviously, as he's going through his healing process, that, well, yes, if I could do 5,000 things before this accident, I maybe am down to 3,000. How many of them was I doing before I lost my legs? And so he spins it into a positive by saying, well, okay, let me start knocking out all the things that I know I still can do. And then he started finding ways to do things that you would not assume someone that can run that doesn't have legs can do. One of them being he went um, scuba diving and pretty much just he had his friends essentially toss him into the water and they pulled him behind the boat so he could scuba dive without legs. So he found a unique and crazy ways to achieve things that he didn't do when he had legs. And that's because he saw the silver lining in it. Um, you can also use something that has made you upset as the fuel to your fire. If you are extremely angry about something or something really fires you up, gives you a passion or a desperation even, use that to your highest good. You can decide like, okay, I never want this to happen again, so therefore I'm going to work my butt off to make sure it doesn't happen again. Or it makes you so angry that you realize that there's some injustices in the world, and then you go to right those wrongs through the proper channels. You can always use that stress, that anger, and turn it empowering and do more for yourself and for the world around you. So understand, I'm not saying don't feel your feelings. What I'm saying is experience them, but don't wallow. Empower yourself through those feelings and become your own champion instead of a victim. Because when you fail to take responsibility, you're choosing to be a victim in the situation because you're saying that life happens to you versus you going out there and living your life. And that victim mentality can be debilitating. And that's something I don't want for you. So, again, feel your feelings, but don't wallow in them. Use them to empower you, not disempower you. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully, I see you again tomorrow. And for anyone that's looking for more tips and tricks, affirmations, I have a group called She's Manifesting Her Dreams on Facebook. You are more than welcome to join. I can't wait to see you and meet you personally. It did.